the morning this morning as Mr. Joshua was traveling along a very busy expressway. It's commonly known as the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, and it's been described by local media as one of the deadliest roads in Nigeria. It gets particularly busy around this time of year with lots of people coming back to Nigeria from the diaspora over Christmas. And as people travel during this festive period, accidents are quite likely to happen there. But from what we know, Mr. Joshua was in a car that collided with a stationary truck. There are videos on social media that see him exiting the vehicle, grimacing, appearing to be in pain. He's surrounded by a crowd of people trying to help. And an eyewitness told local media that there were 4 people in the car. He was sat at the back, and the police have confirmed that 2 of those passengers have died.
Now, Mayeni, it seems he may have been in Nigeria because of the kind of festival that is there at this time of year, Dirty December. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, Dirty December is basically known as this period over Christmas where hundreds, if not thousands, of people from the diaspora fly back to Nigeria for the month to see relatives, to party, to go to concerts, to go to events. It's a very big part of the Nigerian economy these days. Lots of people coming back, spending money on hotels, Airbnbs, transport, food and presents for family. But it does come with an increased risk of road accidents. Lots of people travel on the country's roads to go back to their families' villages, to smaller towns around the country. And because Nigeria's roads are often not as well maintained as they should be, that can sometimes lead to an uptick of accidents around this time of year.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, actually, what is the sort of road safety record in Nigeria? We don't know the details of this accident, exactly what happened. We don't know the reasons for it yet. But what can you tell us in general about the road safety record there?
Yeah, roads in Nigeria, I've traveled along them many times myself when I was West Africa correspondent, are often very poorly maintained. You have potholes, you have roads that are not fully tarred, you have people often traveling much faster than they should be. The police in Nigeria is pretty stretched, so as much as they try and keep an eye on kind of people's speed limits, etc., it's very hard to manage that much territory. And often you see accidents happening, particularly if there rains, if it's muddy, if people are speeding, you'll often get these kinds of accidents. And specifically this road, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, local media reporting that, hundreds of accidents have been reported there in the last year, according to the authorities. So it is considered a very dangerous and deadly road. If you look at local media reports, even just in the last couple of weeks, there have been several incidents on that road, accidents involving motorists, lots of trucks driving along there. It's a major expressway, one of the biggest in the south of the country. It connects 3 states in southwestern Nigeria. And so it's often used not just by passengers, but also by, big trucks carrying food, carrying goods around. And sometimes these trucks can, unfortunately, have collisions with passenger cars, leading to fatalities.
OK, Mayeni, thank you very much indeed for bringing us the latest on that accident in which Anthony Joshua has been.
So Anthony Joshua is a man with a huge profile. He's one of the biggest stars in British sport, one of the highest earners in British sport, with talent, charisma to match, making him a very kind of marketable sports person as well. He is a huge name, both in a British sense and on the global stage as well, which is why there is so much interest in this story, Ben. And he's not just well known, of course, in Britain, but in Nigeria as well. They really do consider him one of their own. Often around his fights at Wembley Stadium, you'll see images on social media from Nigeria where huge crowds gather to watch it and celebrate when he wins his fights. And he is a fighter, I think, as well, who's kind of elevated British boxing in recent years from the arena to the stadiums, drawing huge crowds at Wembley Stadium in particular, tens of thousands of fans selling out the stadium coming to watch him. In Nigeria, they'll be following this story, of course, very closely because they do consider him one of their own. He has strong Nigerian roots. They follow his fights closely. He has a tattoo of Africa on his arm, with Nigeria highlighted. Often when you watch his fights, you'll see Nigerian flags displayed very prominently. He's even gone on ring walks with Nigerian musicians as well. So they will be following this story very closely, as will boxing and sporting fans as well.
Yeah, Katie, and just to say, actually, we've had this picture in which Anthony Joshua actually posted just a few hours before that collision that he was involved with. Him playing table tennis with another man, and he had posted that on Instagram. But as you were saying, Katie, this will come as a huge shock, the fact he's been involved in this collision. Thankfully, not too seriously injured, it seems, but 2 other people in that collision killed. And this will come as a huge shock to the world of British boxing, the world of world boxing, I suppose, and sport in general.
Yes, some details are still emerging from this accident, and we don't